All right, guys. So we just picked up this thing. This is a Kubota M4700. It is a two-wheel drive model, and it's got some issues. It's got an engine knock. It actually has a loader. I've already taken the loader off. It's out there in the front yard. Should have videoed that, but it's got some issues. It's got a pretty good engine knock, and we're going to try and address that. So I've got it pulled in here. Ding, ding, ding. I've got it pulled in here so that I can start looking at some things. Some things I've already done is, you know, I've actually already taken the little drip thing out of the bell housing and stuck my inspection camera up in there. I don't really see anything wrong with that, but that's not to say anything. There is, as he's flying around, there is a wasp nest up in this fender. And I'm trying really hard to leave him alone. If I'd have realized it was there before I come in here, I would have taken it off, but it's already in the building and I don't really want to do that. I don't have a whole lot of room. So the video will be as best as I can make it. The first thing I'm going to do right now is I've already got the loader off. I've already checked in the bell housing. Now I want to go ahead and drain the engine oil. The engine oil is brand new in this thing. So I don't want to lose the engine oil. So I'm going to drain the engine oil in it, and I'm going to stick my inspection camera up in the engine oil, and I'm going to turn it over so that I can try and see if I can see what's going on. It's definitely a bottom end knock. So the first step was, let's see if we can see what's going on. And the next step is with the inspection camera. Next step is we'll have to pull off a plate for the loader frame that's underneath it, and then drop the oil pan. I believe what I'm going to end up having to do is split the tractor. So that'll be nice. It'll be nice for you guys to see that. This is probably going to be a multi-part video. Don't know exactly when I'm going to be able to post it because there will be a lot of editing to come in hand. On that note, it's probably going to be recording. I'll probably not have voiceover the entire time as far as me actually talking while I'm doing something. It's very hard to do. But what I may do is do a voiceover afterwards so I can kind of tell you what I'm doing. And then maybe you'll get better audio quality too. But anyway, that's what we're going to be working on probably for the next little bit. I have a lot of other projects going on at this time too, but this particular project is probably going to take a while, depending on what's wrong with it and what the cost is, because I'm kind of tapped. But anyway, remember to like, subscribe, and we'll get to work on this thing here in just a little bit. All right, so we're going to go ahead and crack these. These are a 19 millimeter. This one actually doesn't have its sealing washer on it, so that's good. So when these, how did I know something like that was going to happen? When these are four-wheel drive, right? They have a drive shaft running underneath the bottom of this pan, or through the bottom of this pan, basically. So there's a big U in the bottom of this pan, big groove, and oh, that's not loose enough. And this one is. We'll get most of it drained out, and then we'll come back. How's that? So you have to actually pull two different drain plugs to get everything out of it. And like I said, we're saving this because I want to put this back in. God dang, it all looked brand new. Drain this out. Let me pull this dipstick. It'll come out faster. It's actually way over full too. We're going to set this little bad boy up right here. And there. we go. So yeah, it's still relatively pretty old. And I put this oil cap back on it. God. Evidently I over tightened it. Yeah, this doesn't have a sealing washer on it at all. There's way too much oil in this thing. So we're gonna let that drain for a second. Got no bad dipstick. Don't fall back down in there. No. There. So we're getting to the end there. A good bit of oil in there. I'll let that drain out for a second. I need to get rags. So once that all drains out real good, we'll get the inspection camera out and we'll kind of look up in there and see what we see. I don't know if we'll be able to see anything, but we'll try. But it's gotta do a good draining. So when we get ready to put the inspection camera in there, I'll come back and we'll continue this. So let's let that drain for a little bit. Just let it sit and see what we get from there. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right, so it's still dripping a little bit. I was really wanting to wait till it's not dripping, but it just doesn't seem to want to end. So we're gonna carefully try and take our inspection camera and stick it up in that hole without getting oil on it, hopefully. We're gonna kind of look around. That's the direction we want to go. I got some oil on the camera, so I'm having a hard time seeing it. Let's try and pull that back out. Wipe it off again. We might have to wait. My shirt's nasty anyway, so I'm gonna wipe it off. Let's try that again. Trying to see anything. See, there's a main. Oop, shit! Don't drip on it. There's a main bearing. I wish I could show you guys this. I'll try and take some pictures. How's that? And then I'll dripping on me. You see what's going on right here. This back piston. Come on, get over there. I wish this inspection camera would take video. I don't think it does. I think it'll take pictures and that's it. But I'll show you some of these pictures. Here's the piston. What's the bearing look like? Trying to come back down. Huh. Come on now. Quit it. I had you in a good place. Quit. I'm getting oil all over everything. Come on now. What's going on there? All right. Well, that's that one. These are hard to do. Wipe some of this off so it doesn't get on my floor. I need to put my freaking hand back in the way so it doesn't get all over my stuff. Damn it. That's what I was trying to avoid. You don't need to be right there, I guess. Well, I'm having a hard time seeing anything. I need to get another towel. Come on out of there. Might need to let it drip for a little bit longer. Just not seeing. I'm going to need a hand is what I'm going to need. So I can have the engine turn over while I'm looking at it. It's definitely back here in the back. On 4 or 5. I'm just not sure what I'm looking at. The easiest thing to do is going to be to drop the pan so I can actually look at it. But I was trying to see, was there something absolutely obvious that I could see by doing this? And evidently I got oil back on it again. Stop it. Nah, I just can't see it. I think the best thing to do is going to be to drop the pan. And that's going to be the easiest way to see anything. This was worth a shot. We'll still save the oil, but we're gonna drop the pan. Try and get this cleaned off, but we're gonna get situated, get this oil stuff out of the way, get the drain plugs back on, and get a pan in place, and we'll go ahead and drop the drain pan or the oil pan and see. I wish I'd stopped touching things. See what it looks like from there. So we're going to stop here and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, so we've decided we're going to drop the actual oil pan. And to do that, we have to get this plate off for the loader. We're going to zip these off. Yum. Rust. All right, so those are for those. Oops. We're going to leave one of them in. These are metric bolts. Even though the Woods loaders were made in the U.S. Where'd that wrench go? There it is. They still used metric. And to be honest with you, I kind of wish we'd just... Oh. Why don't that one fit? Wait. Maybe it does. There it goes. Where are you? Come on out of there. So, I'm not even sure if you can see what I'm doing, but you should be able to. Ew, there's crap up here. Oh, stay on there now. There it goes. Wow, these holes are really, really slotted. And it's not like wore out. They are just slotted. Wow. Shouldn't be any problem getting that back on there. Oops. Oh. You know what I haven't found yet? I mean, and if you use a creeper, it would solve this problem. But I need a freaking mechanic pillow that's impervious to grease and oil and, you know, all the crap we deal with. Because the hardest thing for me is not the work. It's holding my freaking head up for hours on end. So, if anybody has a, you know, idea for a place for a mechanic's pillow, that doesn't help. Ignore what's at my head. Because, yeah, that's how it is. All right. Anyway. And this is why I left that one in. because then I don't have to worry about dropping it on my face. Because I don't have to hold the wrench when I'm done. And of course, there's all kinds of yuck up here, but that's to be expected. I mean, it's probably a 20-some-odd-year-old tractor. Ooh, that one doesn't really want to come out. There it goes. Wow, I'm just kind of surprised at how much they actually slotted those holes. All right. So here's the fun part. There's going to be all kinds of these rings that fall out. Are they welded? They are welded. Okay. I'm not as worried about it then. Mainly because I don't want that shit in my face. You go over there. This is going to fall. I don't think I have any other choice because I don't think I can hold it. Maybe I can. Close enough. All right. I got that one out of there. And I'm going to look at the breakdown on this to find out, can I even pull this pan? I mean, I don't see why I couldn't unless there's a bolt right there. I don't see evidence of a bolt right there. Basically, as long as I can just pull all these bolts out and the pan come down, and these two right here, and the pan come down, will be straight. But there's a chance it's got bolts from inside the bell housing that is going to hinder my plans here. Was that 12 millimeter? So from the looks of it, I really don't think there's one there. It could go either way though. So we'll go get some more tools and see what we can see. So we'll be back in a minute. What is that? That's a gas can flap, I think. Like the safety to one of these newer gas cans. But anyway, all right. So we'll be back in a minute. I'm going to clean up this mess. I'm going to put a big tin right here and, you know, get ready. So we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, here we go. Hopefully these are all the same size. I'll leave one of these up front. So far, they're all the same size, except for those. Oh my goodness, that's heavy. All right, so we've got all but 4 bolts out basically. We got to get these bolts out. The one's facing this way. I got to go get some tools to do that, and then I've got one here and one here. And then the oil pan should come down. All right, so we'll be right back. Right? Is that right? Oh no, I'm on the wrong side of the bolt. Yeah, that's right. That's loosening. All right. That one's loose. Let's try this one. And get you on here and right. Stick it on there. All right. Now those are loose. Get these tools out the way. All right, so now I've got my rubber mallet in place. And take off this last bolt up front. All right. This last bolt in back. Come on, get on there. Take this rubber mallet. Hope we can get it off. There it goes. Oh, there's an actual gasket. That sucks. I'll have to order a gasket. And it did rip. That sucks. Alright, what do we got here? We got a little bit of metal in the bottom of the pan. Hard to say what it is though. There's definitely metal in here. I mean, not a lot. There's some. Get my flashlight and see what's going on. I just don't see. It's a dipper stick. It's definitely in the back here. Huh. Come on off of there. All right, you go here. Because inevitably what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back on there, but I just don't see a whole lot wrong with it. Not really. I don't think it's the engine. I need a helper. I mean, there's definitely some metal going on here. I am not sure what else is going. Just don't see anything that screams at me. You right there?
Yeah, I'm right here. What you need?
Turn that key like you're gonna start it, or go ahead and let it spin over. I gotta watch. Damn it! Do it again.
Okay.
have no freaking idea.
Just pour oil into it.
Oh, I know. I don't see anything that would. I have no idea.
It makes sense she lay up here so she can keep doing it.
No. All right, so I'm looking at this and watching what's happening when it's turning over. I still think it's in the clutch housing. I think I'm going to have to split the tractor, which means I got to put this back together, put some oil back in it so some things don't rust. Or get dirt in them. I don't see anything that would tell me it's in here. I mean, that looks good. I don't see anything wrong with the engine. I don't see any scoring on the cylinder. It all looks really, really good. I mean, no, not really any excessive play. I don't think it's the engine. I really don't. I mean, that's a good sign, a good thing. I know the oil pump is pumping because it's spitting shit at me when it's spinning over. Saw a little bit of metal in there, but can't really tell you what it was. Everywhere looks like it's oiling like it should be. Ah! Getting drifted on. Huh. Damn, I gotta order a gasket now. I'm gonna keep this out of the drips. I don't feel any play anywhere. Like, not in the main bearings, nothing. Well, shit, looks like I'm splitting a tractor.